Hi everyone, the Auto Tech teacher here. So we're going to talk today about wheel studs. We're also going to talk about torque settings. So torque settings of something is the amount of turning force applied to something. So if you're tightening down a bolt or a nut, there's a specific tightness that it's supposed to have, because one person was tight to them might not be tight to the next person. So on your car, pretty much everything has a specific torque setting. One of the often overlooked areas for this is your lug nuts on your wheels. So today we're going to take a look at that and see what happens if you have it over torqued or under torqued. Do you use an impact to tighten them down like a lot of people do? So that's what we're going to look at today, and kind of the effects of it, and what can happen if you're not too careful. All right, so this is a 2005 Nissan Murano. And what happened was, look at that. Those wheel studs broke off. Definitely not something that you want happening, right? So how does this happen? Well, if you over torque or under torque your lug nuts for your rim, it can lead to them shearing off like it did here. If they're under torqued, they can become loose and work themselves off. So it's really important that you torque them properly next time you tighten down your lug nuts on your wheel. Something else that could have played a factor, the lower ball joint down here was recently replaced. Previous to that, it was worn really badly. I've done a post about that. You may have seen that. And so this was kind of really shaking a lot. That could also add some added stress to it, but probably more likely it's been an over-tightened lug nut on your stud. Now, one more thing you're going to want to check is there are these holes for your rim. These are aluminum rims, so if any of these are elongated, it is also going to cause that to wear out or loosen up on you as well. So you want to take a look at that and make sure that those are not elongated. If they are, you'll have to get a new rim. So what can we do here? What are our options? Well, these studs are attached to the wheel bearing assembly, which can be replaced. This wheel bearing in here is not too old, and it is still in great shape. So what else you can do, which is what we're going to try to do, we're going to punch these studs out from the front, grab them from the back, and then we'll insert new ones and get those driven into position, and then we'll have 5 new studs. Now that will cost $15 to $20 versus, depending on the model, it could be $80 to $150 or more for that wheel bearing hub assembly. So that's what we're going to try on this one, and should take care of the problem. Okay, I was able to successfully drive these out. They were in the back right here. You can see they're splined right there. So I did get a punch here to drive them out, but really I just took a hammer on there. They stuck out just a tiny bit from the front through there. So I'm gonna get some new ones. We'll drive those in, and some new lug nuts, and we should be good to go. Okay, so I got this done here, kind of fast forward here a little bit, but I ended up taking the hub assembly off to have better access to those studs, so I can drive those in easier. But I did not replace the bearing hub assembly, only those studs. Now, one thing with the torque settings, an impact was used on these previously. The impact, the 1/2-inch impact, had a torque setting of up to 700 foot-pounds. This calls for 80. So huge difference right there. If you try to get these on as tight as you can, you're actually doing more harm than you are good. So make sure you check those torque specs and torque it according to the manufacturer's recommendations. Okay, take care. Talk to you guys later.